Welcome to Stores and Glitterballs with Jess and Lindsay.
Today's episode is about rumoured Strictly contestants. So, first on the list is Gemma Collins.
Yeah, she's a new one, I feel. Like,
Yeah,
kind of a new official rumour.
this is
She's,
very recent from what I've
yeah,
seen. A big name in the world of reality TV.
yeah,
She, of course, is, I would say, probably infamous for dancing on ice. Um,
and that fall, or face plant, whatever you
oh
want to
yeah, well yeah, that.
say. Yeah,
And her spat with Jason Gardner is quite well documented as well.
yes.
I think what I did find in the later weeks of Dancing on Ice is she did start to try hard. Um,
Yeah,
to start with, she was kind of the classic diva that you would expect her to be, but
yeah,
credit where it's due. Yeah, she did start to try. So there has been history with her in the show though, because there's been kind of comments made about her and about reality stars in the past.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
so,
just about how they're not considered kind of celebrity enough.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like part of it this year was kind of somewhere has been said that they're going to allow reality stars into the show this year, which I don't know how true that is, but who
Yeah,
knows?
because Strictly in general has been gravitating towards the kind of modern definition of a celebrity because they had Joe Sugg, a YouTuber. They've had Saffron. These
Yeah,
kind of influencers, aren't they?
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I guess a step in that direction would be to have a reality star. They've had Mark,
yeah, that's true.
although he was famous for other obviously he was famous for Towie, but he kind of was famous for other things. So
Yeah,
it makes sense. But yeah, Gemma Collins, she's no stranger to entertainment shows. So
no,
I think in terms of her wanting to do it, it's possible.
yeah,
It's whether they would, allow her.
yeah, it would certainly be interesting. I think she would cause some dramas.
Yeah, that was the only thing is, her whole demeanour just brings controversy. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
So that's that one.
yeah,
Next is Sophie Hinchcliffe, otherwise known online as Mrs. Hinch.
yeah,
So I actually came to know her during sixth form. This was a few years
oh.
ago. My friends were obsessed with her,
Yeah,
and I found out through that way. I used to watch her stories quite a lot. And if anyone doesn't know, she's basically when I used to watch them, she just kind of films herself cleaning and like cleaning
yeah,
hacks and stuff like that, and like what products she uses, and it's weirdly addicting to watch.
yeah. I don't know much about her really, but I know a lot of people who do follow her and they're just like obsessed and buying all these cleaning supplies.
Yeah, going to B&M and stuff, and
Yeah,
yeah. She does seem a really lovely gal. She's not long had a baby daughter, I believe. I think it's a gal. And yeah, so I think she would be nice, and she would be following the kind of influencer, you know,
yeah.
line. Um, she's on the betting. She's currently 2-1 to
Oh,
join the lineup. So that's I mean, I'm not the best with like odds and stuff, but
no, I'm
that's
not either.
that's fairly high, I think. Um,
Yeah, I think she could be quite good.
yeah, definitely.
She'd definitely be one of them where loads of people are like, "Who's she?"
Yeah, she would. She kind of would be similar to Saffron, just a bit older than Saffron.
Yeah, kind of got her own following, but if you don't
Yeah,
know her, then no one else knows.
yeah, like quite a niche market, but still,
Yeah,
yeah. So moving on from that, Dan Walker. So he is
yes,
Piers Morgan's opposite number, basically, isn't he? Because he's
yeah.
on
Breakfast on
yeah
BBC.
BBC Breakfast. So he rivals Good Morning Britain, which
Yeah.
is on ITV. And I think some of his colleagues have done it on BBC Breakfast, haven't they?
Yeah, there's been quite a few of
So,
them.
it's quite likely.
Yeah. I feel like I can't remember what exactly happened now, but there was a lot on Twitter a few weeks ago saying that he was doing it. I can't remember what was said, but I just remember seeing everything and saying that he was doing it. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So much so that my dad actually asked me if he was doing it, and I was like, well, if he is, it ain't confirmed.
Yeah, I think, looking at who's been on it before in his team, I think,
Yeah,
yeah, it's very likely.
it is. So next one is Vanessa White, who I didn't even know was a rumour until I started getting the names for this, but
Yeah,
she is
same with a lot of
from,
them, actually.
well, yeah, true. She is from the Saturdays and was also on I'm a Celebrity. And Molly King and Frankie Bridge, who were her bandmates, they've both been in it previously, so
Oh, yeah.
it's possible.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't know what she's been up to lately, but, well, probably not a lot this year, but but yeah, she could be quite good.
And then we've got Fern Cotton. Now, I mainly know her from Celeb Juice.
Yeah, same really.
That's kind of where I've seen her.
Yeah,
Um, Apparently, she was tipped to join the lineup last year.
yeah,
Um, so obviously she's kind of cropped up again, which is interesting.
yeah. I guess that's probably a common theme, isn't it? With most of
Yeah.
them.
So moving on, we've got Scarlett Moffat. Now,
Yeah. She's an interesting one.
yeah, she was my favourites on back in the original Gogglebox days.
Yeah,
Um, she was they were my favourite family, and I thought she was brilliant.
yeah,
Um, and because she's very likable and very bubbly person, and from that she got a much bigger role than Gogglebox. She appeared on a range of things,
yeah,
and hosting like a range of things. So yeah, I think it would. I think she would. I think she would be a good fit, and I think she loves the show as well. I think I've seen
yeah.
before she said that she really likes it.
I think the only thing that I don't quite understand, if she was to do it, is the fact that she competed in Latin and ballroom when she was a child and used to win trophies. And apparently, one of her tutors was Anton Dubek. So
Yeah,
I'm a bit like, how can you? I know, like, there's always the uproar of kind of people having dance
yeah. There's
experience, but
always some, isn't there?
when you've actually competed in Latin and ballroom, I don't quite see how that's totally fair.
And been tutored by Anton is
Yeah,
it is something else. So yeah, it's potentially quite unlikely, but also quite likely at the same time. It's a bit of a weird one, that, as you say.
yeah. I mean, it's not stopped them before, but who knows?
No. Next one. So Steph McGovern, she has recently launched a lockdown show on Channel 4, The Steph
Yeah,
Show.
yeah,
And she had Craig Revel Horwood as a guest recently. So there's a connection there.
yeah.
Um, that's all I've got really.
Yeah, I haven't got anything. She
But
was on Breakfast, so
oh, so there you go.
yeah. That'd be quite cool if like her and Dan was doing it. It's like a little reunion.
Yeah. So Stacey Solomon. Now, probably the most interesting thing about this one is, of course, her partner Joe Swash won this year's Dancing on Ice.
Yeah,
So the rival show, if you like. Um, but she said that she'd be well up for impressing audiences, and she would love to do Strictly, and a massive fan of the show. Um, she's currently a regular panelist on Loose Women. A lot of the Loose Women have done Strictly.
yeah, yeah,
So, and a lot of people from Strictly are regulars on Loose Women. So there's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
she's definitely on the right show if she wants to get on it. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. I feel like she's very likable. So I
Yeah, she's
think
a
she could
very
do well.
very genuine, very down to earth.
Yeah.
So next, Emily Atack. I always want to pronounce it attack, but I'm like, no,
Attack.
it's only one T.
Yeah.
So I come to know her from I'm a Celeb. I'm assuming that's how kind of most
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Same.
Now she used to host the spin-off, or she used to be involved in the spin-off in some way.
Yeah.
Uh, to I'm a Celeb, but that's now been cancelled.
Yes.
So she will have some more free time.
She will. Yeah. So that could be possible. I don't know much else about that rumour, if there's anything more to it than that, but
No, it's other than they just saw that she won't be doing that anymore.
yeah. Yeah. The next one is Jamie Lang. So I feel like that's a very high possibility one.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty much, a given.
Yeah. Given the fact that he had to pull out last year before even starting. So
yeah, I mean, really just unfortunate and, tragic set of circumstances. And yeah, I think, it's completely fair that he does get given another shot, and I'm excited to see what he's like.
Yeah, me too.
Really. Lorraine Kelly. So she obviously hosts her own show, Lorraine.
Yeah.
On ITV. Usually it's slotted between Good Morning Britain and This Morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
So it's nestled nicely in between there. Although what I find really funny is recently she hasn't been on it. So it's like called Lorraine, but like she ain't there, So yeah, she hasn't been on it recently, and that's kind of, although it might just be that she's on like her summer break, like Phil and Holly are. People have said that that's fishy in some way. I mean, I think she'd be quite funny on the show. She's very, she's not afraid to say what she thinks, and I think
No, I love her.
She would give Craig a run in, definitely, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
It'd be good fun because they do get on. They've had quite a few interviews together and things like that.
Yeah, it'll be good. And apparently she's I don't know what I'm going to say. I was just reading something and then...
Apparently she's...
Yeah, I was just reading that Christine had said it would be difficult doing Strictly with social distancing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michelle Keegan.
Yes. So I don't know too much about her other than that she's an actress.
Yeah.
But apparently she's in talks with the BBC and she ticks all the boxes. So apparently producers are desperate to try and sign her up. And her husband Mark Wright was on Strictly in 2014, and he dropped a major hint when he told Radio Times, "Never say never, but I think her nerves would go to another level." So
I would love to know what these boxes are. Ticking these boxes. What are these boxes?
I don't know. It says she's glamorous, hugely popular, and loves the show. So,
well, that might be it then.
Could be anyone, really.
But yeah, they often have actresses, don't they? So
yeah,
it's plausible.
Yes. And then another actress, former EastEnders actress Jacqueline Josser, apparently she dropped a huge hint on social media when she was asking her fans what they'd like to see her do in the future, and she suggested about doing Strictly. And yeah, she said she was curious to see what people like to see because she finds it interesting. And make sure she's making the right choices to what people see, which could mean anything, but...
Well, yeah. But Strictly's a popular show, so...
It is. Yeah, I don't think that's a hint. I think that's just more a coincidence, but...
Yeah, but I will just say, these are from tabloids, and
Oh yeah,
tabloids like to make a mountain out of a molehill.
yeah. And the amount of different rumours there are, you could probably get like 4 or 5 series of Strictly with them. So
Oh yeah, and sometimes you get the same names every year, don't you? Sometimes,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you know. Um, Katie Price. So
I had to laugh at this one considering she's just broke both of her feet. I was like, really? And you're still putting her in the list?
yeah, I think it's very ambitious of them, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I read that she could be like not walking for 6 months or something, which isn't good.
Yeah, so sadly, I don't think that'll be happening, and I think she would be quite a diva personality, don't you think?
Yeah.
I get that vibe.
Yeah. Same.
So Joe Wicks, I feel like he's a name that's kind of like rocketed
Blown
to,
up.
yeah, like rocketed to fame during lockdown. I didn't really know of him
No, I'd heard of
until,
him, but
yeah, same,
that was
yeah.
about it.
So my understanding is he's like a fitness guy.
Yeah,
He does
doing
workouts and stuff.
doing his daily PE lessons.
I mean, it's a great idea, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
he would be interesting actually because he's obviously very fit, and
Yeah.
dancing's a lot of stamina, especially for like some of the more energetic dances like the jive, for
Yeah.
instance.
I
So I
think
think
he would
he'd
be
quite
good,
interesting. Yeah,
but it also says that he's got no intention of doing Strictly and doing the grueling training regime. And apparently they've
yeah.
always been asking him, but he's 100% not doing it. So,
Which a lot of them do say, but then
yeah,
things change, don't they? So
yes. Who knows?
okay, so Greg James, he is a DJ, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So DJ on the radio, and the only person I can think of who's obviously done similar is Dev, um,
And
and
Scott
Scott.
Mills.
Yes, Scott Mills.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's people before him have done it, so there's no reason why not. Really, it would again continue the theme of there being a radio person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Similarly with Chris Evans, most famous for the Chris Evans show on Radio 2, I think.
Yeah.
Again, quite a big name, but potentially,
Yeah.
he's kind of not doing a lot at the moment, is he? Really? I think because
No.
his main show kind of, well, he moved from Radio 2, didn't he? And then
Yeah, was he on Virgin or something now?
yeah, he's on something else now. Yeah. This one's quite a big one, and I feel like it's mentioned quite a lot. Cheryl.
Yeah.
She was more rumoured as a judge, though, wasn't she?
Yeah, I don't see how
Originally,
she can take part when she's a judge on The Greatest Dancer.
yeah. It's a bit, it's BBC's. It's also owned by BBC. It's
Yeah.
literally a dance show, so I don't think somehow that would be a thing.
No. I can't see
Sadly,
it happening.
no. Next, Alan Carr. I think he would be a great laugh.
Yeah.
Again, I think him with like Craig and Bruno would just be hysterical, really.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I feel like he'd probably have a tendency to be like over dramatic, though.
Yeah.
I think he'd be very over dramatic with it all, but I think he'd be funny.
Yeah, I think he'd be one of them ones who kind of wasn't that great, but provided
Yeah,
entertainment.
kind of like a Chris Ramsey.
Yeah.
Although Chris Ramsey did end up being, quite good.
Yeah.
So
Alan Carr could be good.
oh yeah, no, I'm definitely not saying that. But yeah, I would quite like him to do it. Actually, I think that would be, a laugh.
Yeah.
And potentially he could be a same-sex pairing.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who will that be with?
Well, yeah, and will they have 2 women and 2 men, or will they just have, one same-sex?
Yeah. I don't know. Be interesting to find out.
Yeah, definitely.
So next is Jane McDonald, who I love Jane McDonald. She's just so relatable. So she's recently quit the Channel 5 show Cruising with Jane McDonald this year.
Which I feel like she's done for a while, hasn't she?
Yeah, it does seem like a while.
I mean, I TV a lot, is what I mean. But
right, yeah.
But yeah, no, but like, I remember my dad saying like she started off on the boats and like she was an amazing singer and stuff, and then
yeah,
yeah,
but apparently she said that she'd never do it because it's too much hard work. But I think she'd be quite entertaining.
Yeah, I feel like she's a national treasure in a way.
Yeah.
So she's one of them where a bit like what Annika Rice was.
Yeah.
People just adored her because she's Annika Rice,
Yeah.
So this one is a kind of, I would say, has potential to be controversial.
Yeah, I was surprised to see this name on the list.
Will Bailey. So unlike Jamie, he kind of got quite far. Well, I would say quite far into the competition, and unfortunately got injured.
Yeah, he got to week 5 and then was injured in week 6. So got a pass through, but then withdrew in week 7. So I'm like, that's kind of like,
that is halfway through, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
He he was very promising, and I remember his contemporary being amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just not sure really on that one. I'm really torn.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit. Yeah, I don't quite agree with it, I don't think, because, as you say, he pretty much got halfway through, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a whole year has gone by, so it's like, would he remember how to do anything unless they gave him different dances that he hadn't done before?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But yeah, it'd be very difficult, and it'd be very difficult for the show to defend against criticism that there undoubtedly would be.
Yeah.
So next is possibly my favourite name on this list, Catherine Tate.
Oh,
what a woman!
Yeah.
I just love her. She is hilarious.
Yeah.
I watched her on. She had her own show, the Catherine Tate Show. That was brilliant. She played Donna Noble in Doctor Who. She was brilliant in that. She's just amazing. I think she'd be such a laugh, but I think she'd be a lot better than what she'd give herself credit for.
I think she'd put in the hard work, wouldn't she?
And plus, her acting is phenomenal. So the acting side would be, completely nailed down.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, that would be the one I'd be like the most like to see in this list, I would think.
Yeah. I think she would be good. So next we've got Martin Roberts. So he's from Homes Under the Hammer.
Oh, I know who that is now. Sorry, I didn't recognise the name, but as soon as you said it, as soon as you said Homes Under the Hammer, his face just popped into my head, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So he did Celebrity MasterChef in 2010 and was on I'm a Celebrity in 2016. Apparently, he's admitted he'd love to take part. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always, it always helps if you love the show, isn't it? I think that definitely, because then the viewers can see that as well. It translates through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you're not enjoying yourself and you're not having a great time, people can see that a mile off.
Yeah. Yeah,
definitely.
Like, what's the point? And then the last one on the list is Zara Tindall, who is one of the royals, and I feel like there's been a lot about royals this year. Getting a royal on.
So kind of the highest status we've had so far is Viscountess, and that was Emma Weymouth.
Yeah.
In terms of stature. So yeah, I guess the next step up is royalty, really, because in fact she was like aristocracy.
Yeah.
So now, yeah.
Yeah, it'd certainly be a new thing if there was to be a royal on the show.
Yeah, I mean, it really would put it on the map properly, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's kind of the name that's floating about the most that I've seen. But yeah.
I mean, I'd be all for it, because I think if they're going to go to one end of the spectrum and have reality stars, then they should
Yeah,
definitely go to the other end and have royalty for sure. Because then you got
yeah.
look at the contrast. Imagine if you had her and Gemma Collins in the same series.
Oh my god.
I mean, what a lineup!
It certainly would be, wouldn't
uh,
it? Yeah.
yeah,
I guess the
amazing.
question is, would the royals do it? Because
Yeah, because there is an element of dignity that you lose, isn't it?
yeah,
Because you're going to make mistakes, you're going to mess up sometimes, and
yeah,
and obviously the biggest thing is taking criticism,
yeah, definitely. You can't
and
predict
also
that.
the fact that there's millions watching. You
Yeah,
can't get away. You can't get away from that, really.
no. And if it's live and you mess up, you've messed up.
Yeah,
There's no take
unfortunately.
two.
No, unless you're on the results show, of
Yeah,
course. Oh, not the dance off, but just the results show in general.
yeah, true.
Okay, so we're on to the news bulletin. Not much has happened this week. Well, I say that not much, not many different things have happened.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of the same thing, hasn't there?
yeah. There's been a lot from Panto. I feel like a lot of Kudos has kind of started to postpone all of
Kudos
theirs.
has happened, basically.
Yeah,
Their announcement has happened.
yeah, yeah. With basically, well, I don't know how many of their shows have been postponed, but it seems like a lot of them. And there's also 4 of London's leading pantos have been cancelled. So that's Lyric Hammersmith Theatre, Hackney Empire, Theatre Royal Stratford East, and Queen's Theatre Hornchurch. So they've all been postponed. I guess the biggest one will be the London Palladium.
Which might just be the only one that goes ahead.
Yeah, it'd be
because
nice
of
if it does.
the testing that's gone on already there. I think that definitely helps.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Well, we shall see what happens.
And following on from theatre related, so in the ticket episode, I talked about a way to get cheaper tickets was to visit the ticket booth in Leicester Square.
Yeah.
Now, sadly, that's no longer. They've confirmed it's closing with more than 20 jobs lost, and you may think, oh, that's quite small, but that is such a blow, really, because I mean, on a personal level, I was quite looking forward to seeing what was there.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure I'm kind of thinking maybe it could reopen in the future in some way.
Yeah, I
But
hope so.
it's still sad, definitely.
Yeah. And then strictly related news, Tess and Claudia reunited as socially distanced filming begins for the specials. So
Yes, so this was on Instagram, wasn't it? They posted a post.
I was quite surprised at that because I thought they was doing it at the homes. So unless that
Yeah.
was just the judges, I don't know.
Yeah, because from our understanding, these specials will be kind of towards the end of September for an October start, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of because the series is starting later this year. They're kind of going to plug the gap for September at least.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it looks like the judges are going to be doing it from their homes, and Tess and Claudia are going to be doing it kind of together in some sort of studio.
Yeah, I guess
I guess they're going to be kind of narrating it mostly, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe.
And then there's just going to be kind of inserts from the judges and anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what they look like. I'm thinking maybe we can do a review on some of the specials.
Yeah.
Just as a thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, look out for that in the future. We're just planning stuff as we speak. And never mind us.
It was something kind of different, really. I was just sort of thinking, we don't know if the judges have been recording, and then I was like, who idiot? Like, Bruno's stuck in America, Mats is in Germany. I'm like, of course they can't have been doing it together.
No, we know they have been recording, but we just I imagine at home.
Yeah.
The final news thing. This was, I want to say, either last night or the night before. I'm kind of losing track of time. I think it might have been last night. Theatres across the country lit themselves up in red. I was like, how do I lit themselves up in red as a red alert, just to raise awareness for the fact that theatres, with this 2-week delay, which I'm not sure how long it is now till indoor performances can try and happen again. Just kind of a warning to say, look, we're still closed, and this is having a profound impact on our industry.
Yeah.
Again, it's such a powerful statement, and yeah, it's just amazing, really, that they all took part in that.
Yeah. Even the ones that didn't
Have red
literally
lights.
light up, they
Yeah.
were still participating on social media and things. I've seen a lot put like a picture of the theatre with like a red filter on and stuff.
Yeah, which just, all playing the part at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, now to Song of the
Song of the
Week.
Week.
Yes. So it's my
What
turn
have you
this
got
week.
this week?
I have chosen I Will Survive from Priscilla.
Oh, good one.
So, obviously, the most well-known version is by Gloria.
Yeah.
But this is the version from Priscilla, and yeah, just amazing song, isn't it? Who doesn't love a bit of "I Will Survive"? Such a powerful message, such uplifting lyrics.
Yeah.
What's
A
not
bop.
to love? Something you can
Yeah.
sing to in the shower.
Yeah. It's just like a good one to just belt out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just, feel good. Great karaoke song as well, by the way.
Yeah.
If any of you are into that.
Not me, but yeah.
But yeah. So that's my pick. Getting a little collection now, aren't we?
We are. We need to set up our podcast. No, we don't.
Our podcast. We've kind of got that set up already.
What am I trying to say?
I'd like to think we've got the podcast set up.
No one
the playlist. The
playlist begins with a P.
Yeah. We keep saying that like we did with the Hamilton episode, but we will get the playlist sorted for you.
We will do.
So next episode is going to be about theatre screenings in cinemas, and do you get the same experience from them? And we're going to look at kind of previous performances and my own experience of watching a screening as well.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know it was a screening when I asked. So it was
Stay tuned for that story.
Yeah, it's a very complicated one. And that's all.
Time for the curtain call.